Welcome to self-discoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. And I'm your host, Sarah Troy. September is here. That means everybody goes back to school, goes back to work, gets back into a system. Summer days are over. Although we still may have some heat, it's back to work. So what do I have planned for September? Well, I have hinted it in past shows, but I also took some time off for my son's wedding to have some time just to kind of regroup, look what I want to do in the next phase, and set myself up for September and the fall and the next venture. Well, you've heard me talk about a great deal Our Forgotten Children book, which is an anthology on the system that is breaking down the raising of our children and things that we need to do in order to change it. Well, the next book is Our Forgotten Seniors. And this book is going to be another anthology. I am now gathering those beautiful elders with such wisdom, where we're going to be talking about our experiences of life, where we're at now, life isn't over, but also cautionary tale to the younger generation that if you want to have sustainability, dignity, respect, a roof over your house ahead, when you're a senior, then you need to start planning now. And how many things have changed for us as seniors that we least expected. And we've got to look at the fact of technology. When we were growing up, even in our workforce with the computer, it's really only in the last 10 years that you've seen such escalation. And by the time many of our young people reach seniors, there'll be chips and everything. And, you know, you're going to be part robotic. But how do you keep your heart and soul and your dignity? And how do you keep your meaningful purpose? And how do you still contribute to society as a whole when you are a senior? Well, I'm going to be bringing those seniors to you. Should you be listening to this today and you are a senior and you wish to participate, I would very much like you to reach out to me at selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. I'm looking for people who wish to contribute in the book, which will also mean summits, question periods, getting to know the other authors. This isn't just something I want you to dabble in. Oh, you've got a book, it's on the shelf. I really want you to be immersed in it. There's a message behind this book. It's a message that we want to get across to other seniors that life ain't over until it's over, and also to the younger generation, prepare for what is to come. And understand that everything that you do have today came from a senior, whether we were seniors at the time or not. And I think that we need to change our approach when we look at seniors today, our elders, the wisdom that they have. So what if they've slowed down? So what if they repeat stories? So what if they cannot physically do what they used to do? Do not throw them out with the bathwater, so to speak. There's still so much for them to contribute if you slow down enough to listen, learn, and apply. So this is the next venture, and I'm gathering authors right now. There will be a small fee to be in it because the last book I did was free to the authors and it came out of my pocket. I'm afraid my pockets are empty now. But it's also skin in the game, as they say, that if you've got a small investment, then you're more likely to do something. Sad that it is that way, but it seems to be. But I do want people that are really committed. You've got something to share, wonderful wisdom to impart. This is part of your legacy. You will do podcasts. You will do summits. You will do a podcast not only on your why story, who you are, what you're doing, why you are doing it, but also on your chapter. You will get to know other authors, and there will be a question answer period designed at the end when the book is all out. So it is a commitment, and it's one that I really do want people to feel that they want to be a part of, really want to immerse into it, because I really do need that kind of commitment. I do believe that a podcast is a wonderful way of sharing a story, but for some people, they may come to the podcast through a book. I myself have been in 4 books this year, my own memoir. I wrote a chapter in Our Forgotten Children book, and I was in 2 other books, contributing chapters. I know how an anthology can really help expand the story. Each person is contributing a chapter that is very significant, but now you've got a community in one book. So when you read that book, you are reading the various stories, the whole community, the hodgepodge, the stew, the buffet of knowledge that is there that you can digest. And then you can even go to listen to their shows on their chapter or their lives and get even more in depth from them. Or maybe you come at it from the podcast side or the summit side first to get the book. It doesn't matter which way, it's all about sharing the wisdom. And wisdom desperately needs to be shared. So this is my next venture. This is a call for beautiful seniors. Now, I've interviewed many of them, and I'm going to be reaching out to each one of them to see if they wish to be a part of this book. But if you are listening and you wish to be a part of this book, please do reach out to me. Let us start the conversation, your commitment, what you would bring to it. And if you are a senior and think, well, what have I got to contribute? Look at your life. Look at the lessons you've learned in life. Look at where you are today, where you intend to be tomorrow, and look at the wisdom that you can impart on others. Cautionary tales, one thing, but hope and truth and possibilities and wonderment and next adventures. All of that is something I am looking for. Let's show the young how exuberant we still are, how much we still have to contribute, and how much we wish to work with the younger generations. Because again, it isn't about one dish on the table, monotonizing it all. It is that buffet of knowledge and wisdom and of contribution. And people will partake from the dishes that are going to mean something to them, something they need to nourish their heart and soul at that moment. And maybe they'll go and dive into another dish later. But it's all about serving them something that is a buffet that feeds the heart, the soul, the spirit, the mind, and the body, because we will be having chapters on addressing senior health. How do we slow down that decline? How do we make sure that our bodies are optimized? How do we make sure that our systems are working properly, mentally, physically, emotionally? And you know, we're going to have loss at this age, most certainly. And how do we take those loved ones or those people that we've lost forward with us and still continue the journey? There's so much to share here in this book. So this is my next venture, folks, Our Forgotten Seniors. Let us not forget them. Let us not put them out to pasture. Let us not dismiss what their contribution has been or still is. Let us celebrate, respect, and revere who they are as beautiful human beings, and let us learn from them. I'm still learning. I'm turning 70 in a month. I am still learning, and I want to still keep learning for the rest of my life. I am a senior. I do live alone. And there are those aspects of it. I'm in a new city. I've got to get to new people. And it's hard, especially as I'm not necessarily mainstream in anything that I am or do. And so trying to find that home and that community is something that's also very, very important for seniors to do. And sometimes they don't know how. And they may need the younger generation's help along the way, or an older generation to say, hey, come on over and join us. So it is about that, folks. So please, please, please If you are a senior or you want to advocate for a senior that you believe that you know somebody that would be very good for this book, do reach out. The book, we're going to be doing a synopsis of what your chapter will be. We'll do a summit on the authors that have committed, and then there is going to be a whole financial campaign to find sponsors to fund the book. As I said, my pockets are empty now. So now we need to sponsor this book. And we're going to put out all of the authors, their bios, everything about them, little snippets of what their chapter will be about, a summit on who they are for those sponsors to look at and get behind, because we really want to make this book a bestseller, as Our Forgotten Children were. But more contribution from the authors is definitely required this time. And I really would like people that are committed to this project, that really want to see it through and want to be a part of it because they've got something to share. That's what it's all about. So again, if you go to the orchardofwisdom.org and put in there Our Forgotten Seniors, you will see the page there of inviting the author. Now you will see Our Forgotten Children there. That book is already out. You will also see podcast authors. Yes, we're advertised under that as well. But it is Our Forgotten Seniors. Click on that tag, and then everything that I have to offer will be up there. And then you can fill out the form there or reach me from there. Our Forgotten Seniors on the orchardofwisdom.org. And then you will see for yourself the what it is I'm offering, what it is it entails, and why I want you to be a part of it. So let's get this going, folks, right? You know, a book is something that lives on forever. So does a podcast. For as long as I'm alive, this network will be alive with me. There are nearly 3,700 shows here, each one of them an hour plus. So you add up the hours there of wisdom and knowledge that's been shared over the years. And now the books, bringing it out even further with the books. And, you know, I'm hoping down the road to have an educational platform as well. So everything is solo me, and we will get there as we're meant to get there, but this is the next book. I will be collaborating with Hill House to do the publishing. So this is why we need to raise the funds. She produced and published the last book, and she and I have a project on the go of of sorry, let me get my head straight here, on a book that we're putting together, another anthology next year for coaches, counselors, healers, mentors. It's all the people that are step up to helping other people. And this book is about mastering self-discovery, wisdom from renowned coaches, or renowned healers or leaders. Still can work on that title. And that will be a book that will start in spring. But people who are interested can reach out to us now and start, you know, getting onto the list, and then they can book that time off that they need and everything that it's going to entail in order to be a part of that book. Crystal Hill from Hill Publishing is most certainly a professional at this. She's worked with numerous people around the world to do anthologies and bring books together. And she has, if you want to know all about her, just put in Crystal Hill, Krystal, Hill, Hille, and her latest show where we talk about all her her publishing and everything that she does. So a delight to work with, and I'll be working with her again on this book. So, folks, Our Forgotten Seniors, let us not forget them. They did not live their lives just to be forgotten or pushed out. I think one of the most awful diseases is dementia and Alzheimer's, robbing people of their lifetime of memories. Because in the end, that's kind of what we have, is our memories of where we've been, who we've been, what we've done, who we've influenced, how we've loved, what we're doing now. And when that's robbed from you, it's awful. So yes, we will be talking about those type of things as well. So it's very much about that contribution of people sharing their why, their what, their whom, their how, and benefiting those that will read it, because it's, as I said, it's a book that not only shares everything we've contributed and wisdom that we've shared, but also the cautionary tale for people in the beginning, in the future of what they need to know. So, all right, folks, reach out to me, selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. Let's get this book started. As I said, theorchardofwisdom.org. Go to Our Forgotten Seniors tab, and then all the information is there. You can sign up there as well, and we'll start the inquiry. It will start with us having a chat, looking at what you'd want to write in your chapter. Would you be committed? And then going through the process through there. Okay, so have a wonderful week, everybody. I will see you next week. And September. I always love the fall. It's one of my favorite seasons. I love spring as everything comes and wakens up, and I love the fall as everything is still kind of warm but not cold, calm, and then things start falling and the colors. Oh, yes. Not necessarily a winter person, but I do love the fall, and may the fall have a very long time before we step into winter. So until next time, folks. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration, it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.